Hello friends, I'm Kristen Lindhart with The Mindful Heart, and I am so glad that you are here. In this video, I'm going to teach you how you can change colors while you're finger knitting. Let's get started. Learning how to change colors while finger knitting is very easy, but if you don't already know how to finger knit, you're going to want to learn how before you do this video with me. You can go to the description box below and find a tutorial on how to finger knit if you need to learn how. Now, to do this tutorial with me, you really only need a few supplies. Make sure that you have a pair of scissors handy, along with a tapestry needle, and of course you'll need at least 2 different balls of yarn. Now, I have already gone ahead and started to finger knit a short little blue rope here. You can see that I'm holding together 2 strands of the blue yarn and I'm finger knitting on 2 fingers. I'm just going to do a few more stitches before I change colors. I just want my blue portion to be a little bit longer. Now, once you have stitched along and you find yourself left with one set of loops on each finger and you're ready to change colors, you'll just grab your scissors here and cut the blue yarn off. And make sure you leave a fairly long tail. You don't want it so short that it just unravels on you. And having it longer will make it easier for when I teach you how to sew in those tails. Now, once you've done that, it's time to add your new color. So I've got my 2 strands of green yarn here, and all I'm gonna do is put that green yarn right in between my 2 fingers here. And then I'm just gonna wrap it around my front finger, in between my 2 middle fingers, or my 2 fingers here, and then around the front of my middle finger. And then I'm gonna pull that blue yarn over my green yarn. And just like that, you have attached your new color. Wasn't that so easy? Okay, I'm gonna do a few more stitches, and then I'll show you how to do that just one more time by reattaching my blue yarn. So I'm gonna have a little rope that's got blue and green stripes, and I think that's so fun. Okay, now you can go as long as you want, but I'm gonna call that good, and I'm gonna snip off my green yarn just like I did the first time. And once again, I'm gonna make sure to leave those strands a little bit long so I don't have trouble with my yarn unraveling on me. Now I'm going to pick my blue yarn back up. And just like when I attached the green yarn, I'm going to take my blue yarn and put it right in between these 2 fingers here. And then I'm going to wrap my blue yarn around my pointer finger, put it in between those 2 fingers there, and wrap it around the front of my middle finger. I'm going to pull those blue stitches, or green stitches rather, over the top of my blue stitches, and voila, I have added another stripe. Okay, I am just quickly gonna make that blue section a little bit longer. And then I'm gonna finish my rope and show you how you can sew those ends in. Okay. I think that's long enough for this tutorial. I'm gonna grab my cute little scissors again and snip my blue yarn off and toss it away. Okay. Now, if you've seen my other tutorial, you already know how to do this. But once you've snipped it, you're gonna find the loop that's attached to your tails, put that loop right in the center of your other loop, and pull it through and give it a nice little tug. But oh my goodness, what are all those strings doing? Oh, we have got to hide those. We just have to. So I'm gonna start with these strands up here. I like to kind of tug my strands so that they're nice and tight instead of all loosey-goosey. Then I think I'm gonna do my blue strands first, but it really doesn't matter. I like to hold both my threads together because that's quicker and easier for me. But if you have too much trouble putting both strands of yarn on your tapestry needle, you can do this with one strand at a time. So put those strands into your needle here, like that. And then we're gonna start hiding these little extra tails here. There's more than one right way to do this, so don't worry too much about doing it exactly how I'm going to show you, but I may have some helpful hints. I like to slide my yarn for the first time right on the edge of where the two colors meet to secure it. And then I like to kind of then just go up, back and forth, up a little bit, up the blue. And make sure you're sewing in the same color, if that makes sense. Look a little funny, I think, if I was sewing my blue down in my green. Now, you can secure it as much as you like. I'm gonna call that good. I'm gonna take my scissors again, snip those funny little ends, and throw them away. Now I'm gonna do just the exact same thing with my green. I'm gonna put both of those strands on my tapestry needle. Ooh, except these ones don't want to go on for me. I'm gonna have to snip those ends and start over. All right, once you've got your thread or your yarn in your needle, go ahead and do a similar kind of sewing in. I also like to, with the other color, kind of slide it right in between where those two colors meet, just to kind of make that area a little bit more secure. And then I just will sew up and in this green portion. And if you're really nervous about your ends getting away from you once you've clipped them off, you can add a little bit of hot glue to the tail here and hide it away inside. But I don't think that's necessary. It's just an extra precaution. Okay. Just snip those little green ends off there, and look how neat that color change looks. Oh, it is so professional. Now you would continue to do that same thing on any of your color change spots. I'm just gonna be done for today. Thank you for learning how to change colors while finger knitting with me today. Be sure to stay tuned for more fun videos like this one. I'm Kirsten Lindhart, and this is The Mindful Heart.